guys, it's Katie here again from Creativa. Hope you're all doing well. I'm doing another couple of pages in the Memory Keeper book today. So I think this is part, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 or 6. I can't remember. it's just a blur. So if you want to know more about what we're doing here, if you've just stumbled across this video and you haven't seen any of the others, but you're interested, then I suggest you go back to the beginning of this playlist, the Memory Keeper book playlist, and you'll find out more information about both the SVG files and also about the printable templates. But otherwise, I'm going to assume that you've already watched all the other parts and you're following along, and so when I tell you that I'm cutting bits out, you'll know what I mean. So I'm going to refer to this. Everything I cut out I'll put in the description box below, so you don't need to worry about trying to remember what it is that I cut out. You can just look in the description box. Right, so let's go. So I've got some bits and pieces cut out here. So we've got the box which we can remove. I've done page 1, page 2, page 3, page 3, there we go. So we're going to do this one and this one today. So to start with, on this one, let's have a look at what I've cut out. We're going to make 2 little envelopes again. So I've already made one that looks like this. So we're going to make 2 of those, so there'll be another one we're going to make. So in the description box I've written down how many pieces you need to make both of them, but right now I'll just show you how many we need for one of them. So we have got the short pocket 3 here. So I've cut it out of my cardstock. I've distressed the edges with the Tim Holtz Distress Ink in Gathered Twigs. My Cricut's cut it out for me, but you can also use the printable templates and cut it out yourself. And I'm using, it's about 180 GSM cardstock in craft colour. Okay, so short pocket 3, the blue piece I've cut out of the cardstock, and then I have also cut out the pink mat here out of my paper that I'm using. So the paper that I'm using is from Etsy. I'll put the links to them all below, but of course you can use anything you like to make your project. Okay, and then we've got short pocket 4. I've got one of those, and then the short pocket 4 mat, I've got one of those, and then we have got envelope flip 3. Feels a bit dark in here. Envelope flip 3, I've got one of those, and then the pink mat on top I've cut out of the paper, my paper, and I've got 2 of those. So that's to make that little envelope. So I don't know, let's just do that first, shall we? So we can put all of this aside. Make some room for that. If you can hear my air conditioner buzzing away in the background, I apologise, but it's been stinking hot here today, and it will be all week. So you've got to do what you can to stay cool. Okay, so this is the little pocket. How am I going to work this? So I'm actually going to stick it down on my page this way. So the pocket at the back is facing this way, and we can pop things in there, but also then we have a little envelope this way. Oh, my little bit of glue went funny there. Oh well. So if we have a look at this, then we need this base pocket to be facing this way, and we're going to start by attaching this envelope flip 3 to this pocket. So I'll get my glue. I am using glitter glue, and I'll put some glue on this tab here. My glue doesn't want to come out. Come on. I don't know if that's enough. So I'm just going to fold over that tab there so that I can easily line up my little envelope flip on the side here. Make sure it's sitting up there nice and flat. And just give it a bit of a press. Burnish it. Make it stick. Flip that one over. Okay, I'm just going to grab a pin and hopefully this will help. It's so hot that my glue is drying in the little nib bit here really quickly, so let's see if that helps. Alright. So then, what are we going to do? We can put the mat on here, so that's this one here. So I'll use the other glue for that. This is just a clear acetone based glue that I like to use for matting. So I'll just pop this down on here. Like so. I'm going to push it up a little bit. Not that much though. There you go. Now it's wonky. I should have left it the way it was. Okay, never mind. Then we've got this little one here. This is short pocket 4, but we don't want this tab across here. Or you could just fold it over and glue it down, but I don't want the bulk. So I'm just going to line up along my score line and cut the tab off. Nice and easy. Whoops, I just whacked my light with that. I do that all the time. Just going to ink along this edge. And then I'm going to flip it over and pull in all my tabs. Find out if my glue wants to come out. Yes, it does. And just glue those tabs together. And then put some glue along here. It's gone funny again. Come on, glue. Work with me. There's plenty in there, it's just getting stuck. Sorry. See, it starts to come out and then it just fades away. Tell you what, we'll stick this one on if I've got enough glue on there. So I'm going to turn all my tabs in and I'm sticking this one to the bottom here. Make sure it's nicely lined up and press it down. There we go. Press. Hopefully I've got enough glue on there holding it together. Alright, now we will do, I'll tell you what, we'll just do the what's this called? Magnets. I'm going to put a magnet here if I can get some glue out. I've got these tiny little magnets. I bought these from AliExpress. I don't recommend them, so I won't tell you exactly where I got them from. Then I'm going to put my mat straight on top of it. I think this might be why, now I'm thinking about it, that glue around there has leaked through onto my printed paper. You'll be fine though. If you're using scrapbook paper, it's thicker than this paper, so you'll be fine. That, I don't know what that was. maybe I accidentally spat on it. Oh, I can't line anything up tonight. There we go. It's been a long day. I've been at work all day as well. Okay, and then I need a little bit of scrap paper. Little bit of scrap paper. It's as good as anything. And then put that there. Put my magnet on top. Whoops. Put a bit of glue on there. And then flip it over. Hold the paper down and pull it back up. There we go. And then we can put the mat on top of that. Let's open this back up. And put some glue on here. And pop that on there like so. And then we have our little envelope. So we've already made a couple of envelopes, I think, in here, but this one's a little bit different because the side opening, it's got the side opening for the pocket that it's sitting on. And then we can just put the mat on top of our envelope flip. And pop that one on there. And that one's done. So we have those two there. Now, I'm just going to go away for a second and see if I can get my glue to work. And then when I'm back, we'll finish the rest of that page. So, 2 seconds. Be right back. Alright, I think my glue might not be so difficult to deal with. I don't need that. I need this one. Okay, so for the rest of this page, we are using this pocket here, which is long pocket 2, and you'll see that it's cut out facing that way. All I've done is flip it so it was this way. I've flipped it so that it's facing this way, and I've already put the mat on it, but otherwise, you know, I've cut it out of cardstock and then I've put the mat on there, and I've inked around it and all of the things. And then I also have long pocket 1, which is this one here, and I've done some inking, but we also have got the mats for long pocket 1. It's going to be flipped, so we're going to cut off these tabs, and so therefore I've got a mat for the front and a mat for the back. So that's those two. And then I also have a mat for my base page, so I've cut that main mat out for my base page. So that's what we need for that. So let's start by taking this one here, which was long pocket 1, I believe, and we're going to just line up those score lines if we can find them. It's always the same old thing, trying to find the score lines. Guess that'll do. Cut that one off. And cut that one off. How did we do? Oh. Alright, I think. Put this one to the side. Now this is going to be a flip, so I might even round the edges with my corner rounder. So, which means I need to do the same for my mat, so let's do that now before I forget. So, well actually let's not, because I haven't thought it through. I haven't thought it through enough. I had an idea, but now I can't remember it. So, I cut out all of these pieces yesterday. And then sometimes I look at the pieces when I come back and I think, what was I planning on doing with those pieces? So who knows? Alright, yes. Alright, so this mat is going to go on here. We were right, so let's just trim that corner off and that corner off. Put a little ink there. Put it on there. Looks like I've missed half of this. There we go. And I'm going to put that mat directly on there like so. So let's do that. Pop that on there. With some glue. I have been at work today. I don't usually do much crafting after a day at work, but I wanted to get cracking. It feels like it's been, well, it has been ages since I started this album, and I've been thinking about other projects that I want to do. So, but you know, you can't start another project until you finish the one you're working on. She laughs because I'm a classic for that. Okay, I think I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to put the mat on the back as well, so while it's nice and flat it's easy to do that. So I'm going to round these corners and stick this mat on as well. Okay, and then we're going to pop this one on here, and here. There we go. Alright, and then on this side, the front side, I'm going to put these pockets, and they're going to face that way. So the first thing we'll do is we will glue the tabs down, because that makes it easier to, when it comes to putting them on the piece we want to put them on. Put that over. We all stuck? Yes. Are we? You're trying to get off, aren't you? I like to have these, I have lots of these little bulldog clips just right here on my desk, so for times like these I'll just stick them on just for that couple of minutes that you need sometimes, particularly with this craft cardstock, for the glue to set up. I find them quite useful for that. So I'll grab another couple of those. Like so. Okay, so now let's have a little look here. I'm going to need a ruler and a pencil so I can decide where these are going to go. So these are going on here like this, and so that means that this pocket where we can put things in is actually going to stick off the side, so we can put like a tag or something in there. We're going to have one on each side like this. We should be alright now. Take those off. We just need to decide where we're going to put them. Something like that. So I'm just going to spin it around. I think it's about 1 centimetre from the top and 1 centimetre from the bottom. So that would be 1 centimetre from the top, and that. Yeah, we're going to do that. Alright, so I'm just marking out a line here at 1 centimetre, and at the bottom 1 centimetre up. And then I'm going to put some glue on here. This glue is still not cooperating, you know. Really, how can you be so cruel? In the middle of a video and you want to do this? Come on now, glue. Okay. I wonder if it's because the aircon's on, but honestly, who's got time for sticking the little top in on every single time? Okay, so paying attention. My pocket is opening this way in my right hand, and I'm going to line it up with that little line that I've got there, and I'm going to wiggle it around until we're happy with where it's sitting on the page. It's pretty much about the same size as the mat, so like so. I feel like that would be good. And press. And then we're going to do the same with the bottom. Glue. Come on now. I do apologise. Sometimes these things really make it difficult, don't they? I don't know what else to do. Might have to use a different glue. I like this one, but it does not want to play today. Okay, so once again, pockets facing the right hand side, lining it up on that little line that I made, and just pressing it down, really. About like that. And then just make sure it sticks to our page. There we go. I'm going to pop this glue away. Let's see if one of these other ones will work. There's a bit of glue in here. Haven't used this one for a while. I'll stick a pin in there. It'll probably be even worse. Does anybody else have... It's weather dependent, you know. I'm sure it is. So the environmental factors. We'll see how that one goes in a second. Okay, so this one is, we can stick to our page. So we'll bring our book in, make sure we've got it up the right way around, and we're going to attach this one here by this tab to the side of our page, just lining it up and pressing it down like that. So let's do that, hoping that this glue works. If this glue doesn't work, thank you, glue. Thank you for not being difficult. Okay, so I'm going to line it up there. And I'm just making sure that my page is, it's nicely lined up along that edge. Trying to, it's wobbling around a little bit. Give it a press. And what I might do, I really want to put a bulldog clip on that, and I don't know why I grabbed another one. I've got some right here. The thing is, I'm really having lots of problems, aren't I, with glue and the cardstock. It just won't stop. Okay. Just give that a minute to set up, and then I'll come straight back, but we'll just wait for that to dry before I go any further, so I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I'm back and it seemed to have stuck okay now. I mean, it's okay. Probably be fine by tomorrow. So now I'm just going to put my base page mat on top here, which is nice and easy. This page is nearly done. So I'm just going to put my base page mat on here. At least this glue is working for me. Although I feel like I shouldn't say that. Okay, so I'm going to put this mat on here. Push it up a little bit. Just make sure that's stuck down fairly evenly. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to do is put this pocket on. So let's flip this over, and I have to turn it this way, and we're going to seal up these pockets. So I guess that means I'll just grab myself a little bulldog clip because nothing seems to be working for me today. And I just have this little rag here, little cloth for wiping out the excess glue. Not that I really need to, because we're just going to go and put glue over the top of that. I just want to make sure it's stuck down, and we are going to put it right here, and then we can slide something in there and hide it underneath our little flip. Okay, so let's do that. Oh my goodness, now this glue doesn't want to come out. I'm really fighting today. Maybe I shouldn't craft after I've been at work all day. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up on the edge here. And give that a press. As always, I like to give it an extra special burnish. Make sure it's really stuck on. I can see a little bit of glue poking out just here. And that's that page done. So then that flips over like so. We've got our little pockets there, and we also have some pockets in here where we can put some little tags. So that's page, I don't know, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, so on to page 5. Let's keep going, shall we? I'm good to go if you're good to go. So the first thing is we are going to, I've got lots of bits and pieces cut out here. Pretty simple though, pretty simple. We're going to start by, what should I do first? We're going to do a little waterfall, just a simple waterfall. We've done them heaps of times before. So let me show you the waterfall pieces. We can put this to the side. For the waterfall, I've cut out the waterfall piece here. I think I've got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these. And I have rounded the edges on my waterfall with my edge punch, just saving a bit of time, so I've done that ahead of time. And then for all of them, I have put mats on, so that this mat here go on both sides. That's probably not a good example. I've got a mat, the main mat on both sides, but then on this side I've also put that long skinny one there, right? But on this side I have not, because we're going to fold it down and glue that section down. So for the top one, I've left it blank on here because I might put a magnet there. thinking about a magnet. So what we need to do is stick these down onto a piece of cardstock. So I've got here a piece of cardstock which is the same width as my waterfall pieces, so I should be able to just glue it down on, just make sure it's the right width, yeah, so it's the same width across here. And all we're going to do is start with our first piece and put some glue along here. Now I've done this heaps of times and it's no different, and it's not difficult to do a waterfall, but people are always really impressed with it. So if you show someone an album, I'm always really amazed. They'll look at it, but when they come to the waterfall page, they're always like, oh, that's so cool. And we know how easy it is to make, and I think we forget how effective they look. So then that one is lined up along there. And then I'm just going to take this one and put the glue on here again. And then fold it down and glue it directly underneath here. Press that one down. But what I am doing is making sure that it's lined up with the one above. So I'm going to turn, so you see that this one's it's not lined up at all. I don't know what I was doing. I'm going to make sure, I'm going to try and get it to line up with this one. Oops. Like that. Which doesn't look right at all. Let's try again. Now, I don't know if it's this cardstock. I'm always battling with this cardstock, I tell you. But anyway, this is why I think it's really important to spend a bit of time trying to get it to line up with, because if it's a bit wonky under here, it's not such a big deal. You won't see that, but you'll definitely see it this way when it's all laid out. So once you've done that, I'm just going to go ahead and do that so that we've got the whole lot laid down together. So once again, I'm going to put some glue on here, fold it over and attach it under this one. I'm going to do that all the way down. So I'll just do that separately off camera so that, you know, I can fight with the glue on my own. And once I've done that, I'll be right back. Alright, so I have stuck down all of my little waterfall pieces now, and all I need to do is just trim along this bottom section here. Might use my scissors for that. So I'm just going to trim along the bottom here. And I'll leave that over there. Right, so flip more back again, and we're going to put this on a page. Now, this is very hard to use cardstock, so it is doing this bouncy thing. But that's okay, because once I flatten it up, once I've done it, I'm going to flatten it under a book, and that will help to train the cardstock to lay flat. But the next thing we need is, I've cut out another base page, this one here, and this base page looks like this on the whatever this is on this piece of paper. It's facing this way. We're going to cut this top tab off, and then there's also another line down here that you can't see, because what actually happened was I forgot to put my scoring stylus in, so I've actually just drawn it on with pencil so that I could show you. But we're going to trim that tab off. So not the whole thing, because we want to use, but there's a line here and then there's a line here, and we're going to trim off on that first score line. So normally it wouldn't be in pencil, but I forgot to put my scoring stylus in. So just that little skinny bit we're cutting off, so we still have that tab there. And then for this one, we're cutting this whole bottom tab off. We don't need you. You're going. Trim that one. And that's all we need to do there. Actually, while we've got this one out, I have also cut out a short belly band. This one here, this short belly band. And I'm thinking about using this as a closure for the waterfall. So on this one, I'm going to keep one of the tabs, but I'm going to cut this tab off. So there's a score line on there, so I'm just going to trim it off at that score line like so. So then we can put that away. I'll just put that to the side for now, and I'm just going to ink the edges of this page where I've trimmed it off from that one. It's just the top section here. I really am disliking this cardstock quite a lot. Okay, so I'm just going to trim a couple of little notches off here as if it's like a normal tab, just to make it easy for us to glue down. And then we can bring in, actually, we might just, what we're going to do is pop this guy on here, and I'm thinking I'm going to use this as my closure here. So what we need to do is, I might round those corners with my little corner rounder. That one and that one. So it's just a little bit neater there. And then I'm going to find the middle of my page, center of my page, down the bottom here. It is 13 centimeters long, so the middle is 6.5, and then this here is it's actually an inch wide. So find my ½ inch mark there, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on this tab here. Sorry, I just had this, I just thought, oh, am I even recording? Or am I just talking to myself? I mean, I'm talking to myself, obviously, but is there any chance that anyone will ever hear what I'm saying? Okay, so then I'm just going to press that one down. Then I'm going to put a mat straight on top of this one. So that is going to be this one here. This is the base page mat. Base page mat. Now, I'm just having a little, I'm not sure whether to round the corners or not. I don't think I will. That was a difficult decision, wasn't it? I hope I don't regret it. Okay, so I'm just going to put some glue on here. And I'm going to pop that straight on here like this. And try and center it. Doesn't seem to want to look very centered at all. There, how's that? The air conditioner's blowing everything around. Stay still. Okay, so then we want to put this one on here. So we wanted to make sure before we put this one down that this is going to reach onto this top one so we can put a magnet there and hold it down. So I'm pretty happy with that, where that is. I could even lift it up a little bit. That looks pretty good. So let's have a little, I'm just going to put a little line here so I can see that I want to line it up there. And then we'll just see how far away from the top that is. And just make it, I'll just rub that one out. It's nearly 2 centimeters, so I'm just going to make it easy for myself and call it 2 centimeters from the top. A line there, and then over here. Okay, so then on this one I'm going to put glue all over that back section here. Yeah, I do not see how this cardstock is making it bend as well. See that? It's just the cardstock. It's horrible, horrible, horrible to work with. It'll be fine. I can flatten it out again, but I've just never really used cardstock that's done such a thing before, and so it's just being awful. Okay, so then I'm going to line this up with those lines, those 2 little marks that I made. One there and one there. And make sure that it's pretty much in the center. Seems like it's a little bit over. I think that'll be about right. The glue's probably set up now, so I probably don't have any option to find my little cloth because I've got a bit coming outside there. Alright, and then I'm just going to go along and make sure that it's stuck down all the way. Doesn't try to escape. Alright, just wipe up our glue. Does everybody else make a glue mess like me? Alright, so that's that. Right, so now I'm going to do some magnets. Now, I've been using the tiny ones, but I don't think that's going to cut it here. I think I have to use one of the ones that I've been saving, these ones. So these ones are 1 centimeter in radius, diameter, something like that. And I think the basic grey ones are really good if you're looking for a magnet. Alright, so I'm just putting some glue there, and I'm going to put that magnet right there. Maybe down a touch like that. And then I've cut some 2 mats out for this, so I just need to round the edges of this one as well, because I did that on the actual, this is actually a belly band that we're using here. So I'm just going to round the edges on that, and then put some glue on here. Like so. And I feel like there's too much glue going on there. I don't know if I just made that work. Tap, 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 tap. Okay, and then I'm going to put this one on top. Like so. Hide that magnet. Make sure that that's stuck all the way around it. Oops. Okay, then I need another scrap piece of paper. Come back, scrap. And put that on there, and put this one on there. Put some glue on there. And then we're going to flip this over, lay it down like that, pull that one back, flip it up, and it's a little bit closer to the edge than what I wanted, but never mind. So then I've got one final mat to go on top, and I think it will go on just fine. So put some glue on here. Cover up this one. Like so. Need a little bit more glue under there, around that. Around and on top. Glue everywhere. Now I've got too much. Too much, too much, too much. Just want it to go. I really wouldn't have wanted that, wouldn't have minded if the magnet was just a little bit higher up, but it's not the end of the world. Just want that glue to grab that bit of paper. Okay, alright, so then we can put that on there, and then I have got one more of the mats for this little belly band, this one here, and so once again we just need to round the corners. It's not always quite as easy as I like it to be. That edge is not right. There we go. Alright, put a little bit of ink on there, and then put some glue on here. And pop that on here. And there is our waterfall. So once I've flattened it a little bit under a book, it'll be fine. So now we just need to attach this page to our book. So let's bring our book in. And we're going to put some glue on this tab and then stick it along this edge. So let's do that. Glue all the way down this tab. Lots of glue now. Alright, and so I'm sticking it to where that fold line is. Look at all that glue oozing out. Well done, Katie. You've really gone overboard with the glue. That's why I really like that, oops. That's why I really like the, oh, come on. Cardstock, stop being so difficult. I really like that glitter glue bottle, except that it doesn't want to play fair or nicely today. Okay. That looks pretty good. All the glue along here doesn't though. Give that a clean up. Press it down. Okay, I want to give it a little second to grab before I turn it over. So if I was using the art glitter glue, I would be feeling happy about it, but I'm not, so I'm just giving it a little bit extra time. Also, did I mention the cardstock's not very nice? Okay, so then we're going to flip this one over. And these are both base pages, so I've cut out some base page mats to go here and here, so we can pop those on. And then I've got just got a pocket and things, so I'll just quickly stick these on and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I've just popped those two mats on, and then just to save a bit of time, I've got this pocket ready. So this is short pocket 2, which I've obviously cut out of cardstock, and then I have matted it with one of the mats. I've just gone ahead and stuck those tabs down like I've been doing the whole time, just because, you know, because of the environmental issues that we've been experiencing this evening. So I want to put that one there. So let's do that. Hope it sticks. Suddenly I don't have any faith at all in the glues. Right, so I'm just going to pop that on this page down the bottom. Like so. I'll just have to turn it around and make sure that I can get my fingers in there. Just wipe up that little bit of glue. That pocket. And then on this side, I cut this belly band out for another page, and I didn't use it, so I think I might try and use it for this page. So this is the short belly band that we've cut out of the cardstock, and then I put the mat on. And all I've done is just put a couple of little marks here. You probably can't see them, but once again, just saving time. So I've just found the halfway point, and so I'll just put some glue on this tab and this one, and I'm just going to line them up there and there. Like so. Give it a press, and then we've got a belly band on that side. Like that. So what I really like to do with these belly bands is put a big something over the top of them, and then, you know, slide something in underneath. I'll try and remember to show you in the flip through if that's what I do. Or, you know, you need to decorate it some way or embellish it somehow. It looks a bit plain like that, doesn't it? Alright, so then we just want to make sure that folds over, and it does. It's going to give that a little burnish along there, and I need to get some more glue under there, very obviously. But that is the 5th page. Alright, so we've only got 3 more pages to do, and then we're pretty much done. So there is no, I haven't put any inserts or tags or anything in here yet. I like to do all that at the end. But so today we've done these 2 little envelopes. We've got little side pockets in there, and then we've got this pocket here, and then we've got our waterfall. Looks a bit wonky, I don't know. And then we've got a pocket here and a belly band here. So that is those pages for today. So thank you very much for your time. If you're interested, you can pick up the Memory Keeper book in both a printable template and a set of SVG files from my Etsy store. All the links to everything is below, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks very much for your time. See you soon, guys. Bye.